We don't talk about money or sex in America.
Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest is the one, the only, Mr. Mack Brown.
Yeah.
You fly Delta?
Yeah.
That you took out here?
Straight flight.
Man, I flew out here earlier. They had the plane that had the lay down seats in first class.
Oh,
Oh, it was nice, bro. It was like, did they give it to you and you didn't get that one?
Nah, we booked that flight late.
Oh, gotcha, bro.
Yeah.
And it's weird because with COVID now, it's like every other seat was on there. Right,
Yeah.
like the middle seats are all open.
Everything's open
on the whole plane. Yeah, it's kind of unique. And you had to wear the mask, whole plane ride.
And my ears is kind of like tingling the whole time from the wires from my mask.
If I'm sitting up the aisles on this side, I'm always pulling this one off and let it hang. Yeah, because dude, that stuff, my ears and everything else, man, starts to hurt after a while, or like you say, kind of get numbing a little bit there.
Yeah.
So, dude, I'm pumped to have you on the show here because we got a cool kind of how we met. Really with almost accidental, if you will. And you got football going on, which I love football. I love college football, and you played at SEC, which I freaking love.
Best division.
That's the best there is, bro.
Yeah.
And couple interviews a while back, I had a big Big Ten guy. He didn't play. He was just a huge Big Ten fan, Ohio State. And I just annihilated him, absolutely annihilated him. And then you got real estate going on. And you got some cool real estate stuff you're doing, and you got your foundation that you got going as well. And I want to talk about kind of all those things on this show here with you. Before I do that, let's get the kind of audience, the viewers here watching this show, a little bit about you. Okay, let's back up a little bit. Before you were college football, before you were NFL, tell us what it was like growing up, Mack Brown. What was that like?
Growing up, I grew up in Decatur,
Georgia.
So right outside Atlanta, outskirts. Got a mom, dad, so I grew up with both parents. I have 2 older sisters. But the way my dad kind of balanced me out by living in the house with, he's on the road all the time. And my mom, my sisters, I have 2 cousins around the same age. But as a young age, always loved like running around a lot. So my dad was like, you know what, you're playing baseball right now, but you're too rough on the baseball field. So we're gonna try you out in football. So
how old were you?
I was 6.
6 at that time?
And the funny story about my first team, there's 2 guys I played with in 2018. We played together on our first team playing football.
No way.
Yeah, Preston Smith, Green Bay Packers, and Kenny Ladler played for the Redskins. We both was on the same, all 3 of us was on the same team in park ball.
Man, that had to be a stacked freaking team. 3 future NFLers on a Pee Wee football team.
Same team, yep. And one guy, it was 1 game away from winning the Super Bowl last year, the Packers. And he's to me, he's probably the best outside backer in the NFL, Preston Smith. So just being on the team with those guys at a young age,
cool, man.
We learned how to compete as a toddler, basically. Yeah.
So your dad threw you on the football team instead, and you went from baseball to football.
Yeah, baseball was my first love.
That's your first love? First love. And what else was it like growing up, Mack Brown?
Growing up as me, it was fun, basically. But also, my dad was a hard worker.
Hard worker.
So as a young kid, we couldn't really get everything we wanted. So being young like that, you don't really know the struggle. Because, my dad worked from 6 in the morning to maybe 2 in the morning. So I don't see my dad only at practice. So seeing that as a young kid and growing up in childhood years to middle school, I took football serious. I said, you know what, I don't know if my parents could afford for me to go to college. So as people see me play football in park ball, he's gonna be great in the future. But I had to take it to the next step. I said, you know what, I gotta get a scholarship. So when other kids was going to the skating ring, going to the movies, I was training. So I really have a childhood like that as far as having fun. My main thing was just training and competing.
So what did your dad do for a living? HVAC guy.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Hard labor,
so you grew up, mom and dad worked nonstop on HVAC, and then you started playing Pee Wee football around 6, 7 years old. Did you play all the way through football? All the way through?
Baseball and football. So I played football in the fall. Baseball in the spring, but then I run track also. So I ran track and played baseball. So I go to track practice on Monday, baseball practice on Tuesday.
What is your favorite sport now?
Football.
It's football now?
I love football,
But baseball is your first love?
First love.
When did you stop playing baseball?
So 9th grade, I made the varsity team. And my high school at the time was in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Reading High School. And usually guys on that team, they always go to major leagues in baseball. So what I did, I ended up quitting the track team without my parents knowing because I wanted to play baseball. And
so you quit the track team?
Quit the track team.
Yeah, because you wanted to play ball.
My dad was furious.
It was he?
My dad was like, "You're not playing."
Because you're a running back. I mean, you got the speed, right?
Yeah. He's like, you're not playing baseball ever again, so you might as well just take track serious. So he took me out the baseball team, and I just let baseball alone from that moment on.
From freshman year on?
Freshman year on, yeah.
When's the last time you swung a bat?
I swung it back. We was at Walmart like 3 days ago.
You pick one up?
Yeah.
And you got to swing it, man.
Had to.
That's cool, dude. Yeah. So you played track as well, all the way through high school?
All the way through high school.
Your senior year, you were still in it?
Yeah, my senior year, Urban Meyer wanted me kind of mostly just chill mostly. Because I suffered a hamstring injury my senior year of high school.
Okay.
He said, I want you to come in the spring, so I want you to rest your legs. So I'm just seeing you to, like, basically I was just training the whole senior year. So I ran half the track season, that's about it.
Now, let's back up a little bit. As you're going through football, 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, right? At what point did you feel like, man, I may have a shot at this? I may actually have a legit shot to go. Where did that hit at?
Age 12.
12.
So it was a championship game. First half of the game, half my team didn't play. They got in a car accident. It was a major car accident on I-75. So half the team, they couldn't make it to the game. So when they got there in the second,
like they were not in the accident. They were just blocked by traffic.
They was blocked
for hours.
by traffic. So
that's Atlanta for you,
right? There was only three starters on our team in the whole championship in the first half.
Okay.
And I remember my second carry, somebody hit me on the sideline. My air pad fell out. And I got back to huddle, and I see people on my team eyes. They're looking down like, we're gonna lose. Everybody's not playing right now. And I remember I just told the quarterback, I said, listen, let me talk to everybody for a couple seconds. And I remember I told the whole team, I said, let's take a deep breath. And I said, just give me the ball.
Just give me the
ball. And I remember the next play, I made a move to a guy on the sideline. He dropped.
Yeah.
And I had to do 4 more yards to the first down. And I leaped over a guy for 4 yards.
Wow.
And that play right there changed my whole trajectory of football. I said, you know what, I got a chance. Because after that game, I ended up finishing the game with like 200 yards. Yeah. And like 3 touchdowns that game.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, championship game.
So at 12 years old, championship game.
And after the game, fans started like, first time I had to sign autographs, age 12.
Was 12 years old?
12 years old, yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I signed autographs after the game, and I ended up being like a big newspaper in Georgia. And that's when football changed ever since then.
Ever since then. That's cool, man. So 12 years old, you kind of light bulb goes off, not just for you, but something like for others as well.
Yeah.
That this kid's special.
Like kids on my team, like after the game, it was like, man, I'm going to miss you next year because I know you're going to middle school.
Yeah.
So as a young kid, you see other kids on your age group looking up to you. I'm like, wow, I didn't know it was like that. At first, I was running the ball just to have fun. Now it's going to be a job soon. So,
do you think a lot of D1 athletes, professional athletes as well, do you think they have that kind of switch where just other athletes don't have that next level, and they're kind of, to a certain degree, born with this ability? I don't know if you watched the Jordan.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
The documentary they just came out with, right? Yeah. And he just had that like switch. I was like, give me the ball, move, and it was take over a game. Do you think a lot of those D1 caliber and professional athletes have that same kind of switch where other people just don't have it?
Most definitely. A lot of kids, like, go back to park ball, you see a lot of kids that's great in park ball. The same kids, they might be decent in high school, but when they get to college, a lot of kids don't go from college and transition from high school to transition to college.
Yeah.
So like you see as a young kid, you see different athletes, like they just have a switch, like, you know what, if you get the ball, if he hits somebody, the game changes. And that is true because like you said, Michael Jordan, you know, once he touched the basketball, people move off the court. It's isolation.
Yeah.
But in football, for me, and a couple other my guys I grew up with, you can just tell we different than other guys.
Yeah.
Because like some guys, you know, they might be great in recruiting because they played in smaller divisions in high school.
Right.
So like a kid from Idaho, his competition might be lesser than it is in Georgia. Like Georgia, Florida, Texas, the competitions are way more.
In high school.
Way more in high school.
Yeah.
Like some schools in Georgia, you got 10 guys on one team go to the same college.
Yeah.
So when you get to college, you see the different game
now
levels change.
You didn't mention like states like Ohio, Indiana, Wisconsin.
Now, you know what? I know Ohio have a lot of talent.
Yeah.
The people,
well, they recruit from Georgia and LSU and Florida and so forth.
Do.
You know what I mean? They don't breed them up there that way though.
You know what? People say Ohio have a lot of good athletes in football, but for me, being in Georgia, we always compete against Florida.
Yeah.
Florida got the speed, so we was like, you know what? They got the speed. We need to run track more.
Yeah.
So since as like 9th grade, we like we can't have that kid in 9th grade in Florida school better than we are in our school. So we've been in competition since we was younger.
Yeah, sure.
So,
and Florida's always had that speed.
Speed.
It's amazing how much speed they have.
So amazing.
When I think of speed, especially on defense, I always think of Florida and LSU.
Oh yeah.
Sideline to sideline, just massive speed that they got there. So you're growing up, 12. The light bulb kind of goes off. man, I think I may have some talent here. When do you first started getting recruited? Were recruiters are starting to talk to you now about college? When does that happen?
I was in 8th grade.
8th grade, my God.
Yeah.
8th grade, they start talking to you.
Yeah, I was so 8th grade. My quarterback, we had a camp called Fellowship Sports.
Okay.
Ronnie Battle, he was the CEO of the camp, and my quarterback on that team was Cam Newton. So
no way,
yeah,
your quarterback on your team for that was Cam Newton.
So I kept saying like, who's this big dude with his shirt off and his sunglasses on? So
So he's always had that style, that
he
swagger.
He always had a swagger. He did.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so like he's like, I want the 8th graders. So he picked me on this team, and I was like breaking touchdowns and shaking people in 8th grade. So that moment went on. Michigan been watching me all the way through 8th grade to 9th grade. So at my end of my 9th grade year, I got my first offer.
In your 9th grade year, you got your first offer.
University of Michigan.
University of Michigan. So what did you do? Just put it in the paper shredder? What did you do?
No, you know what? So my high school at the time, I didn't really know I had an offer yet.
Okay.
Because I was at a high school a lot of people don't get offered from. I was at a school called Redan. Redan wasn't known for getting D1 offers, so I ended up transferring to another high school, 11th grade. And when Michigan came into the school, they was like, Mack, we offered you 2 years ago. You didn't know that? We offered you 9th grade. I said, nah, I didn't know that.
Wow, you didn't even get an offer from them. So go back to you got this fellowship camp. Do you got to be invited to it? How do you get there?
Well, fellowship camp is kind of like training camp.
Okay.
It's not really invited. It's your parents pay $225, and you're there the whole week.
Okay.
And you're there from 7 in the morning to 5 o'clock p.m.
Okay.
That's kind of like one of them days, like as a little kid, I want to go to Six Flags or Whitewaters.
Yeah, yeah.
But my dad had me at that camp from 7 in the morning to 5 o'clock, and it's nothing but training all day.
All day long.
All day long.
And age group was there. What was the age group there?
So they start from grade school, ages like, I'm say around age 10 through 17.
Are scouts there?
Scouts.
Scouts are there as
Coach
well?
Cooter, he was at Tennessee at the time. There's all type of D1 scouts.
Are just there watching everybody play to see where they rank up at?
So you run the 40, you run the 20-yard shuttle, you do the broad jump, you do football drills, DB drills, you do drills all day long. And then end of the camp, you do like 707.
Now, when you, I know you're a running back now. Did you always come up as a running back?
Oh, I played safety in high school also.
You played safety in high school
safety
as well?
and running back.
Safety, so always running back and safety.
Linebacker sometimes, but I didn't want no contact like that. I rather run from contact, but linebacker, you got to hit the engage with the old lineman. I'm like, I can't take on the old lineman.
Yeah, those old linemen are big, man.
Huge.
And so you've always been running back and safety. And then when you got to college, what made you go pick running back versus go safety?
Because most colleges, like I only had a couple schools that offered me at safety.
Okay.
Most schools knew I played running back. I was #1 running back in the South.
That's crazy.
I was #3 in the nation coming out of high school. It's like 7 overall player though. So like running back, that's where everybody recruited me as a running back.
Everybody recruited you. So what was your ranking? You were number 3?
I was #3 running back in the country. I was number 7 player overall in the country.
And then, but in the South, you were ranked number 1.
#1
running back coming out of your senior year.
Yep.
What ranking was it? Because there's like different rankings, right? Different like ESPN rankings.
ESPNU, I was ranked 1 in Georgia. Rivals was ranked number 3. And Scout.com was ranked number 3.
And Scouts.com as well. So ESPN had you ranked. Scouts.com. What was the other one?
And Rivals.
Rivals.
I was on a magazine in high school, the ESPN Rise magazine.
You was on ESPN magazine.
I was in the same year as Kevin Durant.
In high school, they had you featured in the ESPN magazine. You still have a copy of one?
Yeah, I have like 20 copies at the house.
Did you bring me one?
I forgot to bring it.
Come on, dude. That would have been a great one, bro. So how old were you when you got in the ESPN magazine?
17. So that day, ESPN signed me to their magazine. Georgia Preps did, and Florida Gator magazine.
Okay.
So I was on 3 covers that year.
Now, tell me about that, man. When you go through high school, right? You always have these athletes, right? I went through high school, but I played ball and obviously nowhere near the level of where you were. I was probably just a tad better going through high school. I couldn't get scouted. If I'd have got scouted, you know what I mean? If coach would have put me in, we would have shit, dude. No, but like I've always thought about that. Like especially I see these athletes now. When you go through high school, you're 16, 17, you're getting freaking recruited. People are flying on private jets. Coaches are to come down there to recruit you. You know, you get magazines and so forth. Like, dude, what is that like in high school? Where ESPN wants to put you in a magazine. I think about it, it's like nuts to have that.
You know what, if you don't have a good foundation, it'll be overwhelming for you.
Yeah.
Cause like a lot of kids now, you see it's like egos are flying out the woodwork now.
Yeah.
That's why we tell a lot of kids now, like, you know what, even though you get recruited, as fast as you get an offer, as quick as the offer get taken away. So that's the main thing. Because like, in high school, I just make sure I stay humble.
Yeah.
You know, staying in church is the main reason why I stay humble in high school. Because if I tell you my whole story in high school, how I got recruited, or the things I seen, the things I heard is overwhelming. Every day after school, radio station interviews. Coach Lane Kiffin flew in a helicopter during the game. So,
Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, you hear the helicopter flying over the stadium, and they land, so they had to call a timeout.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, I promise.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they talk about it to this day.
Lane Kiffin took a helicopter.
Him and Coach Orgeron, the head coach of LSU now.
Yeah, Coach O.
He was at Tennessee at the time.
Is that where Kiffin was too?
Yeah.
So Kiffin and Coach O fly in on a freaking helicopter in the middle of one of your games in high school.
Stevenson High School.
Lands right there near the field or something.
Right in the south end zone.
In the end zone.
People talk about this to this day.
And they had to stop the game so Lane Kiffin and Coach O could get out.
Call timeout. People in the crowd was like clapping, like
try to recruit you.
Yeah.
And that they were there just to freaking recruit you. Yeah, like, dude, I just think about that. I mean, there's stories, and we've barely touched the surface. That amount of publicity, pressure, where people are talking to you, want your signature, and so forth. Obviously, it could go really, really bad, really, really quick. You know what I mean? Yeah. And in high school, and to have that in high school, you don't even know, like, you're still trying to figure out what life is about and so forth, man. To be able to deal with that pressure, it to me is like a crazy thing to have to deal with all the college recruiting that happens now. You know what I mean?
You know what? For me, I won't lie to you. My senior year, that kind of messed me up a little bit because I was getting so many offers, and people on my team in high school wasn't getting offers at all. So I kind of was like, you know what? Let me just slow down a little bit. So like. You see my first game of my season, my senior year, first play I broke for 97-yard touchdown. After the game, I could just see people on my team. It wasn't like they was mad at me. It seemed like they just seemed like they was down because they wasn't on my level yet. Yeah. So I kind of like try to push back my skill the rest of the season so people won't be as mad and that kind of hurt me during that season. A little bit
obviously the jealousy kicks in, right?
Yeah, so you lose your I say mama type, but you lose your type of like swagger on the field. Because they kind of carried me to my freshman year. I was like, I don't want people to just notice me because I keep getting stopped at the grocery store, and you're only 17 years old. Yeah. At the time, at the time you see your parents. Like first, I lived with my dad. My parents got divorced at the time, so at that time, looking like I want to see my dad make money. So I'm thinking at school, I'm thinking about back at home, like what's going on with my dad. But also, I'm like, okay, if I do good on the field, I'm gonna get more people trying to contact me, and I ain't gonna be able to focus. So it is overwhelming. So a lot of kids, I could just, tell our first parents, like, you know what, if you get all that attention early, it is kind of hard sometimes. Yeah. Because after that second magazine shoot I did, it was crazy.
It's a unique question, but in sports, when you're getting recruited like that and so much publicity, what is the female side? Are the girls, did it give you were like girls constantly coming after you?
You know what? At the time,
I've dealt that my whole freaking life. Yeah, shit. It's just crazy.
Yeah, because
I got to keep a rubber hose just to keep away. You know what I mean?
You the man.
Yeah. Well, was it like that though?
In high school, yeah. So my mom, she worked in the school.
Okay.
So my sisters, they don't play.
Yeah.
So like
and they were older than you.
Older than me.
Okay, gotcha.
And I have girl cousins. Like I told you, like I grew up with a whole bunch of females. I have girl cousins all the same age. So like in high school, once my name started getting bigger and bigger, no matter where I went, you see people at other stadiums, like for instance, a school called Union Grove. I walk in the stadium, they got my magazine covers all over the stadium, like we'll put like X's on it. But then you have the girls in the stadium, or like different people in the stadium have like Mack on their shirts. But it was crazy because like I didn't play for that team.
Yeah, you were in the opposing team.
Yeah, so it was crazy.
Yeah.
My mom always told me that. Mom was like, you know what, stay humble. Yeah. And know this, because right now God can take it away from you.
Tell me about religion. That's twice you kind of mentioned it there, where you mentioned God and growing up in church. What was that? Did you grow up a lot in church?
Yeah, every Sunday.
Every Sunday you guys went?
Every Sunday.
What was it like? Is it tough trying to deal like tying in religion and going to college with sports and so forth? Is it as tough to try to tie all that stuff together there?
It's not really tough. The main thing is just like how your parents grew you up. Like grew up with your parents. You have a strong foundation. Yeah. Or a strong foundation spiritual, or a strong foundation with being mentored by your parents or coaches. That's how you follow yourself in college. So if you don't have a strong foundation going to college, there's no way it could work. And growing up in the church, my Uncle Mike was my pastor.
Oh, your uncle was?
Yeah. He was my pastor. So just hearing his word is like, what, God protect you, or hedge protection, or keep us safe. So like on football field, people are always scared about getting injured. Yeah. So knowing that God's gonna keep your protection, His hands over your body and your mind, you're not taking no fear on the field. Yeah. That's one thing I've learned from going to high school, because you go to high school, to SEC, and guys are huge, or they just as fast as you playing D-line. Yeah, huge. In the back of your mind, you're like, oh yeah, I'm kind of worried. I'm 17. These kids like 21, and they way faster than me right now. Yeah. But just knowing God have you and you protected, that's the main thing of of not being worried. Because you worried on the field, you would definitely get injured.
Is religion, Christianity, is it kind of accepted in college football, like in the locker room and so forth?
For sure, especially at Florida, because at the time, you know, Tim Tebow just graduated.
Yeah.
His main foundation was, you know, his religion.
I mean, they were pretty much having church in the locker room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah. So it is more accepted, though.
Yeah, especially, I mean, I don't know how other schools are, but my school was, we have a pastor named Kevin Sides.
Okay.
And he come pray with you every day of the week.
Okay.
Before the game, before practice.
On staff? Is he like on staff or just?
On staff pastor.
Oh, he's an on-staff pastor that for the Florida Gators.
Yeah, great guy.
And do you think do most colleges have that? You think?
I think they do, because I mean, I know the NFL, we have our chaperones, we have our ministers and stuff like that. But at Florida, we got people from everywhere. We got people from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
People from Los Angeles. People from Atlanta. People from Miami. So you got to mix different behaviors and backgrounds. You got to have a pastor or somebody there, because, you know, as quick as you make a friend, as quick as a fight happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Because especially, you know, you compete, and we got 5-star from the West Coast and the 5-star from the East Coast. We butt heads.
Sure.
So having Kevin Sides in the locker room, you know, you don't want to show out in front of a pastor or a mentor like that. So I mean, I was thankful we had somebody like that in the locker room.
Now, what made you got all these offers coming in from all these different universities, big names? Give me some of the names. You already mentioned University of Michigan. Of course, Florida came in. Any other big schools come in like that?
Yeah, I had 56 offers.
You had 56 freaking offers to go play football.
Yes, University of Georgia. I got offered from Florida and Georgia the same day. I got offered from South Carolina and North Carolina the same day.
Yeah.
I had USC, Tennessee, Auburn, Bama. Bama visit was a funny visit.
I mean, you're naming every freaking big name school out there.
I ain't have no Harvard though. No Harvard and no Stanford.
No Harvard or Stanford.
SEC scores was not. It was not that high for those two schools.
So you had every college in America looking for you.
Every college.
West Coast to East Coast, you had them all, man.
Yeah.
I want to go into what made you pick Florida.
Maybe pick Florida. I feel like just Florida because Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer.
At the time, Florida was a team to beat.
Yeah.
You know, they won that championship.
What year was it?
2010.
Year? 2010 is when you.
Actually, it's 2009. I committed to Florida.
In 2009, you committed.
But
okay.
I signed in 2010.
Okay.
But at the time, and you know, they just won the championship 08.
Yeah.
They won the championship 06. And you had Tim Tebow call you on the phone for recruiting. So, you know, you want to get close to Tebow. And one of my guys I knew growing up, Cam Newton, he was at Florida at the time. And, you know, just the atmosphere of being the SEC. And then my grandmother, she just passed like in December, but she lived in Ocala.
Oh, wow.
So even though I'm away from home, I still got a home because I have aunties an hour away and a grandma.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I wanted to stay down south also. I wanted to see family also that I didn't see growing up as much.
Yeah. Did when they're trying to recruit you, different colleges, you mentioned Tim Tebow called you. Do they use a lot of the big name players?
Oh, yeah.
To try to lean on the younger guys? Yeah,
because at the last minute, I was going to decommit from Florida to go to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
I talked to DeMarco Murray.
Yeah.
I think he just wanted to dope walker.
Would have been easy for the win over there.
What?
In the Big 12.
Easy.
Yeah, it's almost like flag football over there. I'm going to get you in trouble, man.
Nah, because you know the SEC, like any team can beat you any day.
Oh, yeah.
Because you play LSU and Georgia back to back, your body is tired.
Yeah.
So that's how you lose. So that's how it is. The SEC. It's like the NFL.
Yeah. I compare Oklahoma to like Vanderbilt. On the same level, you know what I mean?
No, I won't say that. Oklahoma's good. I won't say that.
No, so you got all these teams recruiting you, right? You ended up going to Florida. Why did you almost decommit? Just because they put the DeMarco Murray put the pressure on you?
At the time, you know, a lot of coaches, like different schools, are saying like Urban Meyer's not gonna be there. They said Urban Meyer's maybe be there for your freshman year. He's gonna leave.
So you already had like the rumors were flying.
Rumors flying around off the market, especially like so. Me and Matt Elam, he's another guy. We was both like one of the highest recruits, and we was at the Under Armour game talking like, you know what? Should we go to Florida State? Should we go to Oklahoma? I was like, I committed to Florida not just because of my family, because I trust Urban.
Yeah.
But if you leave, I need to find another school and another coach.
Yeah.
So the whole time at Under Armour game, we got different guys on different teams. Like Mack, come here, come to Tennessee, come to Bama. Urban Meyer not gonna be there.
Yeah.
And long story short, I got to school. As a freshman, we get to Outback Bowl. Herb, he resigned.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we ended up getting Will Muschamp. But Herb was a great coach.
It's crazy. I'd love to get your opinion on this. You know, with all the college football and the regulation and the rules and recruiting, I always find I always thought it kind of sucked for the players that got heavily recruited by this coach.
The worst thing.
And they had a system that player said, hey, your system, you know, your offense or whatever is defensive, a spread works for me. That's where I want to play. I like you. And then they freaking commit their whole lives, their whole career to this thing because of this coach or whoever it was. and then a year into it, 2 years into it, whatever it is,
Coach get fired.
they get fired, or they move on to another school, whatever it is, right? They resign, they retire, and then here's this 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid that's trying to make his whole dreams come true, was following this path he thought it was the best path, and then boom, the head coach is gone. And they don't let the players change.
And that's the worst feeling, because as a young man, you know, all you know is football.
Yeah.
Even no matter what sport it is, all you know is your sport.
Yeah.
So when you get lost like that and you lose your coach, whoever coach recruits you,
yeah.
Say like I'm there as a freshman and another coach come in, he recruit a new freshman.
Yeah.
That freshman he recruited is going to play over the freshman that got recruited by the previous coach.
Because they're connected there.
Yeah, and that's the worst feeling, because now you lost. You don't know where you go next. Like,
yeah.
I'm going to play football again. Should I transfer?
Yeah.
And that's when you see a lot of kids start getting in trouble, because the love they have or the drive they have in football, they're not getting it on the field. So now they want to find another drive somewhere else that feeds their, it just feeds their ego sometimes. Yeah. That's why you see a lot of kids in college getting in trouble. That's a lot of trouble happening in college for a lot of kids, because they're not playing and they get bored. And
I've never thought about that before. Like you mentioned that. Like I've always felt bad for the athlete, the recruit, because that kind of relationship is broken when the coach moves on. And then I've never thought about it from what you said though. The new coach comes in, they recruit,
and they're gonna play that guy.
They recruit these guys,
no matter what.
And then there's that built-in relationship.
Yeah.
Kind of. I'm not saying there's promises made that you're going to start, but whatever it is, but it would make sense that coach kind of leans on those players as he's building his team up, and then the players that are there are kind of left out of it.
But now that's what happens when the team loses. Because now you got one team with this coach, and other team still think about the old coach.
Yeah.
It's not a team. It's not a team. Now the team is like a war. It's like this side versus this side, upperclassmen versus underclassmen.
Yeah.
And I think that's happened in my school, because we had a great coach, but a lot of guys wasn't playing as much from the previous coach. So we should have won more games, because a lot of guys we didn't buy in, because a lot of guys didn't feel accepted. That's what I feel. Because if you look on the NFL roster right now, between 2010 to 2015 at Florida, we have over maybe 50 guys in the league.
From that squad right there.
We just couldn't win.
Yeah.
Because some guys just didn't feel like they was accepted. And that's why I really feel like great coach, but I feel like if guys had the mentality they have now, they would have just bought into the coach's program and just wait their time out. Yeah,
because you got coached by Urban Meyer as well as Muschamp.
Yeah.
Right. Let's talk about some of the differences there. Those are two great coaches.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Totally different.
Totally different though. Muschamp's now in South Carolina coaching. Urban Meyer's retired right now. What was it like between the two right there? Urban Meyer style, Muschamp style.
Urban Meyer style, you know what you're coming into because he recruited you. Urban Meyer's more of a psychology type of coach.
Okay.
He get into your mind. He pushes you through, like, he might try to tear you down for a second, but he builds you up. So Urban will tell you, like, listen, you can't run the ball over this guy. And he'll tell you that 10 times. He'll tell you that in the morning before the game. He'll tell you 10 minutes before the game. He'll tell you that right when the game starts.
Yeah.
And so he's more of like a guy just talk to you.
Okay.
Well, Muschamp more of a guy like he gonna get in front of your face. You make a big play, he might headbutt you.
Yeah.
So you have an offensive mindset versus a defensive mindset coach.
Right, because Muschamp is defense.
Muschamp is defense coordinator, so he more of like, I'm gonna get to you.
Yeah, in your face, screaming a lot. He's always sweaty on the sidelines.
Yeah. Oh, he sweat. His back?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's no joke.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Funniest thing though, when you see him go after the referee.
Yeah, yeah.
He be, man.
He comes at him hard.
Hard.
Yeah.
Like nothing. I never seen like that in my life.
With
like,
Muschamp?
Definitely.
Yeah. Tell me about in college. What would you say was your biggest win that you had as an athlete there?
Biggest win in college, 2012. We played LSU.
What year were you?
I was a sophomore.
Sophomore. Okay.
We played LSU. We was in the swamp, and we beat them 14-9.
So you're at home.
Yeah.
And you beat them 14-9.
14-9.
Who was your quarterback at the time there?
Jeff Driscoll.
Driscoll was yours.
Yeah.
Who was theirs? You remember?
I don't remember their quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Jefferson. I don't remember their quarterback. But I remember their receivers. They had Odell Beckham. They had Landry.
Okay,
they had Jeremy Hill.
Beckham was there.
Yeah, that team was stacked.
Yeah, that was stacked, dude. That was a crazy stack. And I've always thought about this, and going to football now a little bit. One of LSU's always struggles to me is always like for the last
quarterback play
was quarterback.
And last
year they got Burrow, right, and then freaking crazy Burrow, right. But like they had all these crazy athletes, right? Leonard Fournette, right, running back there, but they always struggled in that quarterback for some reason.
Yeah.
Through LSU, it's always like they were so close, but then couldn't put it together.
Yeah,
until last year.
Because you look at, we was talking in the hallway earlier. LSU, they won a championship last year, but that was not the best team they had.
Yeah.
The 2011, 2012 LSU team was loaded.
With athletes, with just NFL talent.
The whole team went to the NFL.
Yeah,
They have a quarterback. So you put Joe Burrows on that team, that might be the best team in history.
So your biggest win was LSU. What made it your biggest win? What was about it?
Because they actually, Odell caught the ball to go score.
Okay.
And the game would have been over.
Yeah.
Our safety Matt Elam at the time chased him down and stripped the ball out.
When
we stripped the ball out, we ended up going in for a game-winning drive, and the game ended.
Okay. So you guys did a game-winning drive.
But the game was crazy. It was at 4 o'clock, so it was like 4.
Yeah.
And it's hot. So after the game, it started, you know, 8 o'clock now it's dark, so the crowd went crazy.
Nuts.
They ran on the field. Campus was like saying the Gator chants the whole time. It's about 10 o'clock at nighttime.
Yeah, they're still chomping.
Yeah.
I love the Gator chomp when they start that on the kickoffs, man.
Oh, yeah. That's
such a cool Gator chomp.
It's nothing like it, man. It's really nothing like it. That Gator chomp is definitely like one of the fan favorites of all time of any sport.
Yeah, the Gator chomp is really, really fun, dude.
And it's loud.
Yeah, it is loud. Yeah. So you guys beat LSU. Was that when was that team there, was that Honey Badger?
Yeah.
Was he on that team too?
Honey Badger's on it.
Odell,
Landry, Jeremy Hill.
Yeah, that was a stacked team. Okay, so that was your favorite win. What was your hardest loss?
That same year.
Same year?
Same year.
Okay.
We playing Georgia, the biggest cocktail party in Jacksonville.
Okay.
That game is crazy. So.
And Georgia and Gators are massive rivals, right?
Yeah, they have one loss. I think LSU beat them that year. We undefeated. We just beat Texas A&M by 1 point.
Okay.
That's Johnny Manziel on that team.
Yeah.
But we win this game. We go to the national championship. We go to the SEC championship. Maybe play Alabama.
Yeah.
And we lose. What happened was we get to the 10-yard line, about to go score, and our tight end at the time, Jordan Reed, he just trying to make a play. He tried to jump over, hurdle the guy, and the ball got stripped.
Yeah.
They got the ball.
He was reaching out with
right by the goal line.
Yeah, right.
And last second, Jordan, what's his last name? Jarvis Jones. Stripped the ball from him. Game over.
And you guys lose.
Go to Sugar Bowl now.
On that play.
Yep. And we won the game, SEC championship, undefeated.
Yeah.
Only loss of the season.
That was your only loss of the season?
But at that time, in 2012, it wasn't the playoffs.
Right, no playoffs.
If we lost that game, we still would have went to the playoffs because we was number 3 team in the country with the loss. But we ended up going to the Sugar Bowl.
So even after the loss, you guys were number 3. Who was 1 and 2 that year?
1 and 2.
Remember who won that year? Alabama? Yeah. Say that again.
I said that. You know, I say that. Yeah, but we would play it. Think about that year. I believe Texas A&M beat Bama that year. Because Bama, I think they had 1 loss, but we beat Texas A&M.
Yeah.
And we beat LSU, we beat South Carolina. Only thing we had to do was finish the game against Georgia.
Yeah.
The game was over.
Do you like the new college playoff system?
I love it.
You a fan of it?
Yeah, I love it.
Would you want more? Right now they got 4. You want 6 or 8?
I think it should be 8.
You think it'd be 8?
Yeah, 8.
8 teams go?
For sure.
Would you take the top 5 conference winners, or is that not a big deal for you?
I don't really see. That's the thing about it. I think it should be a draw play because some conference teams that win, they will never make it to the SEC championship.
Yeah, I tell everybody that.
Yeah.
Like, who cares you won Big 12?
Yeah.
You would be 3rd tier here.
Yeah,
from the bottom. Not from the top, from the bottom.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Every year you see one team that gets in the playoffs and they get blown out by 40 points.
Yeah, just destroyed.
Yeah, you don't want to see that no more.
Yeah. It is fun when we do it, but it's just so common in the SEC, it gets old. You know what I mean? Just destroying people left and right. So your hardest loss was against Georgia.
For sure.
In the playoffs there. I want to tie in some of your sports into real estate now, business, right? For those who don't know, we met at an actual real estate event is where we met. And you went to, I think it was a Tony Robbins. Is that where you started at?
The first one, the first one I went to, it was the Twins, I believe.
Okay. You went to an event, that's where you started at.
Yeah.
You ended up at an event that I'm teaching at, speaking at. And that's where we originally met at, was like a real estate conference there. And you went on to do a real estate deal, start your real estate business. What's the name of your real estate business right now?
It's called Memory Realty.
Memory Realty.
Yeah.
What's the website name?
MemoryRealty.com.
So and is that the memory with 2 eyes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll put it on the bottom of the screen here for everybody. So if you want to go to check out his real estate business, which you do now, it's just called MemoryRealty.com.
Yes, sir.
Now you start moving into real estate. While you're still playing football, now you're out of college, you're in NFL. But you also start moving into real estate. What makes you go into real estate?
Because at the time in January, I was trying to decide, like, should I get surgery or should I, just rehab? And
what was the surgery? What was the injury?
I tore a hamstring muscle in my leg.
Okay.
But the tendon I tore, you can have surgery on it, but you never know your leg come back. It might be worse.
Okay.
So at the time I said, I need to find something else that is kind of like football that you got to compete with, but you can make money in, because if I don't make it to a team this year, I got to have another income. So, I was like, what, I'm on YouTube watching videos. So that's how I got to the Twins.
Okay.
And once I finished that seminar, they said sign up for the next one. I said, you know what, I did one, and I like this first one, so I'm gonna go to this next one. And that's how I'm going there. I feel like if I never got injured in 2018, I would never be doing real estate to this day.
Yeah, you make this move into real estate. I love what you said right there. I want to go back to it. You made this move into real estate because you had this kind of dead time of recovery, if you will, where you got to let this hamstring recover. And I love what you talked about. You were looking for a business that you could compete in.
Yeah.
Why did you want that? Because
in life, you gotta, it's not about competing with everybody in life, but in life, you gotta push yourself. Because when you push yourself, people that's behind you gonna follow you. And just being somebody like playing football, you gotta compete against that running back. Because in real estate, you see over 1,000 realtors.
Yeah.
You see 1,000 investors.
Yeah.
So getting into that market is just, it's kind of like adrenaline rushing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fun at the same time, but also you can make money.
Yeah.
And it also is like a business that you could give to your kids in the future. So that's my main thing. I was like, what can I build residual income, but also have wealth for my family in the future?
Yeah, yeah.
I want to do things different than it was growing up.
Sure. Yeah, you got a lot. I love talking to you because you got big plans, big dreams. You think ahead a lot, and of course, as you know, in athletes, a lot of times they don't ever think ahead, and they live right there, financially in the moment there. So you jump into this real estate game, and it's amazing to me watching different people, right? I've been in real estate, close to coming up on 20 years now. And it's amazing to me watching people that succeed in it and people that fail in it. And it's almost like, to me, a lot of it has to do with the mindset side of it, of what you're talking about right there. It's like, bro, you could go do this. Like, anybody can go do a business or whatever it is. I understand there's different levels that we all can succeed at. But to me, there's also that driving tenacity of just not quitting. Tie that same element from football into business. Do those relate?
Yeah, it does, because in life, no matter what you choose, like I always tell my young boys behind me, in football or even in business, you got to have 2 feet in.
2 feet in.
Because you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you'll never be successful at it.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, we had a deal we did 2 months ago.
Okay.
And the deal went south. And then another deal we did a week later and went south. I was like, you know what? This real estate is kind of hard. I said, I might need to let real estate go. That's the day I text you.
Yeah, yeah.
So at the time, I'm looking like, hold on, wait. This is crazy. I'm watching people on YouTube doing 30 deals. I said, you know what? Let's play a different game with it. Let me take it as football. Let me do less calls, but be more decisive and get more relationship with the people.
Okay.
So once I start doing that, I say, let me be 2 feet in when I call people. So like, instead of me talk to people on the phone or text message, let me come meet you in person. Yeah. So I'm driving 45 to 50 minutes to go meet people in person, and that's the whole game changer for me. And now we started closing deals like instantly. Yeah. Because right now we're not making too many calls, but we're doing deals that we really know we could take care of. Because like I said again, I have to train. I have to train in the morning.
Yeah, you're training nonstop.
And we got to work the business. We got to work the foundation. So when real estate come in, it's like, okay, this the money maker. So once we started doing that and started meeting people in person and also getting a whole game flow of everything, that's when deals started closing.
I like those words you use right there, jumping with both feet. Yeah. Right? You've done that with football. You've done that with real estate. How important do you think that is in business and life, jumping in relationships, 2 feet? How important do you think that is?
It's important because like you told us last year, your network is your net worth. Yeah. So if you burn a bridge say if I burn a bridge with you and you the key to the next person, that's 1 foot in, 1 foot out, because now you don't know who you meet. Yeah. So like in business wise, whatever you choose to do that you love, no matter if you want to be a teacher or be a doctor, you gotta be 2 feet in. Yeah. Because to be the best at your craft, you gotta study. Yeah. You gotta take a couple losses before you get a couple wins. So just like Jordan said, like he lost a lot of playoff games before he even won his first championship. Right. But he always 2 feet in, because when they lost a championship or lost a playoff game and got kicked out, he started training. Yeah. Right when the season ended. So in real estate, we started watching YouTube videos. Yeah. Start watching the seminars. Going to response.com. Yeah. Going to real estate conventions. Meeting different realtors, and that's the whole thing about business also. Yeah. Like also with the memory business of the brand. I'm not a branded person, so I had to find another branded person. And I try to learn everything I can. Yeah. So.
I like it, man. Let me talk to you about, let's just kind of go through big picture, like kind of one of your deals. I think you just closed one recently that you were talking to me about. I think it was a duplex. Duplex, yeah. You kind of closed. Give me just, I want to get the viewers to know you a little bit more on the real estate side. Give me some basic, not numbers so much, but just how that deal kind of came about, what you did with it. What were you doing with the duplex?
So duplex, how we came about the deal, we just landed. I landed from Tampa.
You just got back home from Tampa. Tampa, yeah. Yeah, you called me. I think we were talking while you were down in Tampa, and you were in training, I think. Yep. Yeah.
So I just landed from Tampa. We driving around in the car using deal machine. So we just clicking different houses, seeing which absentee, which one it is. So we called back in like February.
Okay.
But the owner never called back until maybe, let me see, around May.
Yeah.
So they wanted, so in deals wise, you do a wholesale deal, you have to get the seller to go low.
Yeah.
Get the investor to go higher.
Right.
So he wanted to start off the deal around 185.
Is what he wanted for
it.
it.
He's selling both sides of the duplex. I was like, you know what? Y'all haven't sold nothing that in this neighborhood for 185. So long story short, I got him down to about 153.
Now you're just negotiating back and forth at this point? How long is it taking you to negotiate this deal? Is that like one day, or is it like it took him 2 weeks? It took
maybe 2 weeks.
Okay.
Like once I met him in person, he knew who I was.
Yeah.
We started getting a relationship.
Build a relationship, sure.
So we started talking on the phone more about other stuff, and then he's like, I want to sell my duplex to you guys because I had another buyer, but I'm selling to you guys. So what I got him down to 153.
So you started at 185. 185. 2 weeks later, you're down to 153. 153. So
yep.
Okay.
Go ahead. Then we had another buyer to come in around, what's the deal was? Let me see, 160. I believe it's like 168, I believe.
So now you put this under contract.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna go wholesale it, flip it to someone else.
Yeah.
And you get another buyer comes in and you sell it around, not holding you to it, but 165, 168, whatever the number is. You're selling it in for 168. And this is the one you just did 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, yeah. So like you said, go through the whole thing. So I went to the house, took pictures of it.
Yeah.
So at first I had it at 160. Took pictures of everything, and I sent the pictures back to the seller. I said, you know what, we got to take a couple thousand off this deal because y'all need new carpet, the roof look bad, the HVAC system kind of bad. So he said, you know what, we can do a reduction. So I got it 153.
Yeah.
So then I sent the pictures out to everybody on the web, to different investors, different platforms like Facebook. Facebook have a big group of investors.
Yeah.
So put the address on Facebook, and I sent the address to a realtor. And once I sent the address to the realtor, she had about 2-3 buyers come in. And she said, well, my buyer want to buy it at this price. So the buyer came at the price that she wanted to get it at. So she had it a little higher.
Yeah.
But long story short, on the Monday before closing, the buyer wanted to take a reduction.
Okay, so now it's happening to you.
Yeah, now it's happening to me. So
you did it earlier, now it's happening to you.
But he wanted to go $15,000 off the price.
$15,000 off.
I said, I couldn't tell him the price I got it for. I was
like,
I'm telling my team, like, you know what, we ain't gonna make no money on this one. I said, so we gotta get it kind of high. So basically, I gave him a $5,000 reduction.
Okay.
And we closed.
You closed the deal right there. That was your last deal you did recently?
Last deal I did.
You like the wholesale strategy, the game?
I do like the wholesale strategy, but now I want to do flips.
You do, like fix and flip now?
Yeah, that's what I want to do now.
Why you want to move into that one?
I watch that channel every day. So it's fun, and also it's kind of like football.
Okay.
Before and after.
Tie it to me, yeah.
Yeah, because so for instance, like this whole offseason we've been training.
Yeah.
So if you have a young kid, if he's overthinking his skill, like okay, if he make a wrong cut, he hit his hands on his legs, like dang, I made a wrong cut. 6 weeks later, he make a wrong cut. He like, let's go again. So just like football, you see people change drastically of how mentality-wise, like. I'm not complaining about my ankle no more. I'm not complaining about I made the wrong cut. I'm now decisive on the field. In real estate, you see a flip. You see how the house started with no carpet or messed up paint. Now you see the house with marble counters and a new roof. So I just feel like the before and after everything it's kind of like adrenaline rushing.
Yeah. And
you see how a project changed so fast because in football it's like projects.
Sure.
When you train day 1 of January 1st till you get ready for the season, August 1st, September 1st.
Yeah.
Your body changed, your speed changed. Mentality, you're more critical of the moves you make, And it's just like real estate doing flips. Like you see the house change in 60 days, and now you sell it. Like okay, that's a good penny in your pocket.
Like a training camp.
Training camp, yeah.
I got you, and it's a
penny because you got the team, you got your O-line in football.
Yeah.
You got your contractors in real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you gonna buy them all Rolexes, all the contractors at the end of it.
If I get your money, I might.
Now I want to talk to you about the fix and flip because. Right before the show started, you're sitting in the chair, and we were micing you up and so forth, and you've got some glue on your forearm right now.
Yeah, glue.
And so forth. What do you got going on? What happened?
So my mom been saying this whole year she want to get new hardwood floors. So we got a deal done 2 weeks ago. I said once I close the deal, I buy the floors for you.
Yeah.
So my uncle came in. He's from New York, from Brooklyn. It's an old school guy.
Okay.
He don't want to have no partners. If he get paid, he want to get paid by himself. No pay nobody.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at him like, man, you think you really could do these floors by yourself? It's gonna take 2 weeks. So we all, me and my girlfriend, a couple of friends, we started like learning how to do the floors. So we over here with a shovel, hitting the towel, knocking it up, and literally I never used a shovel before because my dad always told me just don't focus on sports, don't use no tools. So I guess I had the shovel loose, and the shovel just burnt my hand. Yeah. And then we started gluing floors. The glue got stuck on my finger, so I'm trying to pull the glue off, and I
pull your skin
off.
Pull my skin off. Yeah, that stuff is tight.
But it was fun though.
Yeah.
You know, just watching, seeing the floors like getting picked up from the towel and from the carpet, just doing the demo. And now we put the floors down. Now the floors be done tomorrow. So just seeing that project, and I want to do flips, and it's a good practice for me. Yeah. And now when I see contractors go in the house I buy, if I see how they working too slow or they're not doing it right, I could say something. Yeah. If
we look out 5 years from the road now, what do you want to be doing in real estate 5 years from the road? Where do you see yourself in real estate?
5 years from now, I really want to have like a lot of rental properties.
Rentals, cash flow.
A lot of rentals, a lot of cash flow. But also, I want to be one of the guys in real estate. You know?
So you like it, man. You
love it.
You love it. I mean, from the day that I met you, I want to talk about football. You want to talk about real estate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you love. Every time we get together, you're like, you want to talk about real estate. I'm like, dude, tell me about football.
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk about real estate. And you love it, man. You have like a natural love for it, I think.
Yeah, I do love it. I mean, like I watch all your posts, and everybody you have in your posts, they do some real estate. Yeah. I see like Tony Robbins have real estate. Yeah. And I just see like a lot of guys like that take care of their families. They have some type of real estate income coming in. Sure. Like one of my close friends, Keith Marshall, his dad sold a portfolio just last year for $4 million. I'm looking like, it's not about the money, but that money could help others. So, having a game like that, like my uncle, contractor, my dad HVAC, and my dad work is slow down in the fall because in the fall in Georgia it's not hot, it's not cold, it's mid temperature.
Pretty good, yeah.
So he'll make that much money in the fall. So like if I get more houses, my dad have more jobs. Yeah. So real estate is fun because I get more people opportunities.
Yeah. Tell me about opportunities and you helping people. Talk to me about your foundation charity.
So my charity is called Built Tough Foundation.
Say it again.
Built Tough.
Built Tough.
Built Tough like Ford.
And is that the website too? What's the website?
BuiltToughFoundation.org.
BuiltToughFoundation.org is your foundation. We'll put that at the bottom here as well. Okay, so BuiltToughFoundation.org. What does it do? Tell me about it.
So Built Tough, we have so basically last year they made me an ambassador at like 2 different parks. Okay. So I had maybe like 150 kids under me. Okay. But the reason why I named it Built Tough because being from Decatur, and you familiar with Decatur? Oh yeah. A lot of kids grow up in a single family house, home, and a lot of kids see their dads, going to prison, or their moms have more kids they can't take care of them, or they own like school lunch. So a lot of kids in Decatur, their lunch is paid for by the county. Yeah. So all that they eat during that day is school lunch. School lunch, yeah. So they don't have food at home.
They don't get breakfast or dinner.
Yes. So at the time, my foundation was called Mack Foundation. So when I went to speak to these kids, and we started speaking about more of like, did you eat food at home or not? And more kids started saying like, I don't have food, I don't have clothes, I don't have a toothbrush. So my main thing, I said, what can I name it to? And I was like, Built Tough. Because everybody always called me Mack Truck. The reason why I said Built Tough because a lot of kids got to ever last a lot of hard situations. I said, no matter what you go through at home, no matter what your generational values was from your previous parents or your grandparents, you built tough. So you could do things different than your parents did it. So just because you're 8 years old, 9 years old, if you start now and take education serious and pick the right friends and be 2 feet in, you can help your mom out in the future in 8 years, 10 years from now to get a home. A lot of kids, they live in homeless shelters right now. Yeah. So that's why I named the Built Tough Foundation. We do a lot of mentors for little young boys, young girls, do camps, we do programs. So that's the main thing. My main thing is about giving back.
If someone wanted to donate, they go to the same website?
Same website, yeah.
BuiltToughFoundation.org, they can donate there for you?
Yeah, because the main thing we do now is I went to a school called Market Theme School. Okay. You hear theme schools just like charter schools. A theme school should be the top school of your county. Okay. But my theme school right now, the playground have rust on it. The wood chips are gone, so like if a kid fall off a slide or monkey bars, they hurt their arm because you got bricks on the ground. And then the buddy bench, the bench you sit on, they tore up. Yeah. So my main thing now is we raise money to build a playground for the school.
That's where Built Tough Foundation right now.
That's our main project right now.
Project right there. Yeah. Gotcha, man. Let's just a second. Let's go to football. Back to football for a second. Talk to me about NFL. I mean, that's a different game than college.
Oh yeah, different game.
Totally different game, right?
Different game.
What do you think the biggest difference is between college and NFL?
The biggest difference is you got to be a man. Because now in college, you with a group of college kids, right? Okay. So basically having fun. You go to college parties, playing the game. Yeah. But you get to the NFL, older guys on the team, they have wives and children. So you can't be joking in the locker room like you did in college going to pros, because these guys, it's more of a business. In college, you can mess up in college and still be a starter next week.
Yeah.
Or you might lose your job, but, you know, for another scholarship player, but in the NFL, you lose your job, you go home. So your source of income is gone.
Yeah.
So NFL is more of like you got to be more mature.
Uh-huh.
So that's the main thing. Like I said previous in the interview, when I was in high school, I was so big in high school, I lost my swagger.
Yeah.
When I left college and I had a swagger in college, when I got to the NFL, I said, you know what? I need that swagger back and that mentality back for me to make this team. So drastically, you see the way I think, the way I was as a man in football changed when I got to the NFL. Because I was like, you know, I'm not a boy no more. I'm a man. I got to take care of my family. So my swagger came back instantly. Yeah. Because now I was like, I got to make plays to play. Yeah. And a lot of college coaches that see me my senior year of college, they all call me on the phone. Like I said in the NFL, like, Mack, you really made it. Yeah. You really made it to the NFL, and you still playing, because a lot of guys will make it past 1 year in the NFL. Yeah. I did 4 years. Yeah. And I'm going to year 5 now. So, like, having that career is definitely, you know, it's definitely.
So the biggest change was you had to man up.
You had to man up.
Because in college, there's still a lot of parties and so forth.
Parties, and, you know, just you go to class, but now the only material you study is the playbook. Yeah. And now you're on the field with grown men. Everybody's fast.
Everybody's fast.
And the thing about the NFL, too, is the different contracts, the way they treat you.
Okay.
So they're not treating you bad, but you can tell, like, certain guys with bigger contracts, you have, like, it's way different. Okay. If you're a guy on a bubble, don't have a big contract, you easy to revolver. Replace. Yeah. So you got to know your place also.
Wow. So obviously there's a pecking order, everything else to all the way down.
Until you get your foot in the door.
Uh-huh. Is any of the NFL about who you know? Or is it still heavy on just talent?
You know what? It's heavy mostly on talent, but also you see a lot of guys on practice squad. It's about who you know. If your agent
on the practice squad.
Yeah, if your agent's plugged in, they always have your job.
Even if it is practice squad, because you're still getting paid.
Still get paid
on the practice squad too, right? Hoping to get picked up, but you're still getting paid.
Yeah.
So on that side of it, there's still a little bit of who you know.
Yeah.
Now talking about this TV show, how accurate is the TV show Ballers? Because I mean, I feel like that's real life stuff right there.
You know what? Depends the person you are. Depends who you are. That's how it is. Yeah, it's definitely.
Is there?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. Have you seen some crazy stuff?
Crazy stuff.
In the NFL? What have you seen crazier stuff in NFL or college?
As far as which one? Like far as during football or outside of football?
Well, just like all the whole scene of it. You know what I mean? Where it's like, is it heavy, crazy parties like they have on Ballers, where it's just absolutely nuts, or is it more laid back more?
So college, I didn't really party much in the NFL, because by that time I was kind of just staying focused to get my contract. But in college, after a big game, it's bananas in Florida.
They shut it down there.
Man, you shut the whole city down. The whole block is blocked off. You might start at one club, and this club right here, everybody come outside, and 2 clubs combined in the street. Yeah. But the NFL, Super Bowl is bananas. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably the biggest party you ever seen.
Yeah, I've been to one Super Bowl, the one they had in New York.
It was big?
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. I mean, even New York was like, obviously wasn't like shut down, but like you couldn't go anywhere without gear on. Like everybody there was having gear on. It was Broncos versus Seahawks.
And that was a good game.
Yeah, it was a good game, man. Yeah. And dude, everybody there. But same thing. Like, and New York is like obviously the biggest city. I can't imagine like a Gainesville or something like that, Baton Rouge, getting shut down. Athens, Georgia, right? I mean, that stuff, they take over the whole town basically.
Yeah, but Atlanta Super Bowl, that's probably the biggest thing I've ever seen in my life.
There's a big party there for you.
You see, I walked in the mall at Saks Fifth. I seen Meek Mill. I seen all type of celebrities like rappers. You see actors. Yeah. You see Dwayne Johnson. You see all type of people. And
for the Super Bowl, it attracts everybody.
Man, Atlanta.
It doesn't even matter who it is. It's amazing because the Super Bowl, you don't have to be a sports fan. You'll still go to it.
You're going because the events is fun.
Yeah, you'll still go to it. Yeah.
It's like a holiday.
Yeah. Mack, I want to go through a couple. I got these things here of your favorites, and I always ask people some of their favorite things that they do. And I'm going to ask you some of your favorite, all across the board, all different topics here. I got about a dozen or so of Mack Brown's favorite items here. What's your favorite influencer right now?
It was Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, I love Kobe.
Yeah.
People know me, they know I love Kobe.
And you read the book, I heard you talk about earlier, you referenced it once, you read the book, his book, Black Mamba?
Yeah, I have an audio.
You have audio of it too? I think that book and that mentality,
different game.
It's a crazy, bro.
Whole different mindset.
It's crazy what he does.
The way he trains, like he always tell people, on my 3rd workout, it's your first workout. I wake up at 4 in the morning after 3 workouts, and ever since then I said, you know what, I got to pick my training up even more. Yeah. But he was an amazing guy.
Influenced your whole life, huh? What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Christmas for the holiday?
Yeah.
Do you have big Christmases as kids? Like you guys decorate anything like that as kids?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So we, I said I grew up in the church.
Yeah.
So we all get together, all my family, my uncles, my aunts, and we have like a big Christmas dinner.
Yeah, yeah.
And I love eating, so that's my main thing.
That's
too.
your thing right there.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
National Lampoons.
National Lampoons.
Chevy Chase.
With Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
What year did that come out? You guys know? Was that like early
85?
90s? Or was it 80s? Yeah, I grew up on that movie, man. Chevy Chase. I love.
He's funny.
Dude, that's funny. And his Uncle Eddie.
His brother-in-law was so funny.
That's a great one, dude. Yeah. Uncle Eddie is great, dude. Let's see here. Who's your favorite, dead or alive, favorite football player?
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
I love Peyton Manning.
Uh-huh.
Because at the time I was a Falcons fan, but for some reason I just love the Colts.
Uh-huh.
Because Peyton Manning, they show him his audio before the game or during the, he had a chance to play.
Yeah.
I just fell in love when he do that. He see a blitz come, he'd be like, red 80, red 80. Just
you think he's the
greatest.
I've had this conversation a lot with people. You think he's the highest football IQ
of all time
that's out there?
I
think it is too.
If you watch him, you watch the games now, he speaks on the game, just like Tony Romo.
Yeah.
He breaks the whole game down.
Yeah.
He breaks the defense down before the play even comes.
Yeah, I think he actually slows it down for us, though.
I think
amazing. He like sees it and then immediately knows what it is without even thinking about it.
Peyton Manning definitely has the highest IQ.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What's your favorite athlete of any sport?
Kobe Bryant.
Back to Kobe again?
Yeah.
You a LeBron fan?
Kobe Bryant. I like LeBron a lot, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like LeBron. He's definitely the best right now. But I just love Kobe growing up.
Yeah. Who's better, Jordan or Kobe?
Oh, I'm going to say Kobe, but Jordan. I'm going to say Kobe all day.
No matter what I ask, you
no
say
matter
Kobe.
what, yeah.
Favorite stadium you've ever played in?
My favorite stadium I played in? Minnesota Vikings Stadium.
Minnesota Vikings.
Loud.
Is this the new one or the old one?
The new one.
The new one, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a crazy stadium.
It's even more crazy than playing in University of Florida.
Really?
They have the little drum. They do boom, boom, scope.
The whole Viking thing, right?
And the fire start. It's crazy.
It's nuts.
Best atmosphere you ever seen.
Is it a little intimidating at all, or just fun?
If you're away, it's definitely intimidating.
Yeah, is it?
Because whenever you make a big play here, the big drum, they have the speakers playing. It's like, and the ground starts shaking. Yeah,
crazy.
It's crazy.
What about college football? What's the best stadium you played in? College football.
Oh, the Swamp.
The Swamp's your favorite. Okay, let me do it this way. What's your favorite away
game? I say it's between LSU and Auburn.
LSU and Auburn?
Yeah, Auburn. Because at Auburn they have the Tiger, but they also have that big War Eagle.
Yeah.
And they have it flies over the stadium before the game.
Well, I always make fun of Auburn because it's like, dude, make your mind up, man. You an eagle or a tiger?
Oh yeah, that's why I don't know either.
Shit.
Yeah,
you get two, no one has two of
two
these
mascots.
Yeah, they get two mascots.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Well, I've already asked. I think I've already asked you. Well, it's a little bit different. Favorite memory from football career so far?
Age 12.
Age 12.
Yeah.
Was it when you hurdled the guy?
Yeah, I hurdled the guy. And
that's your favorite
half
one?
my team was stuck on the expressway, and I was only it was only 3 starters on offense at the time. Yeah.
Is your favorite memory so far? This is a good one right here. Favorite uniform that you've worn so far?
Favorite uniform?
Like style-wise, color-wise.
Ooh, that's
You're a stylish guy, man.
Yeah.
You got good style.
That's a hard one. I'm trying to see. Was Minnesota? Was it? Oh, Redskins.
Redskins, you like that one?
Yeah, the color wave game.
The color wave game?
Yeah, we played the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, it was all burgundy.
All burgundy.
And the helmet. Yeah, the helmet was burgundy, but it had like a different type of speckles on it. It was real nice. Yeah.
Really nice one. Let's see. Favorite off-season activity?
I like going to movies.
Just chilling out at the movies?
Yeah, that's why I'm so mad at movies.
Yeah, dude, I haven't been in one in freaking months. It seems
man, I go to movies every week if I had to.
You just sit down and chill out?
I love it, yeah.
Is it, for me, when I go to the movies, man, it's almost like a time where my brain I can actually pause my brain for a second.
I think that's for me too, because it's on to my decompress.
Yeah.
My first time decompressing in so long was just last night. You know, you looking at the mountains in the hotel, and I slept for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
Because my mind just be.
Just shut off finally.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
The last one I got for you here. Your favorite sports talk show or commentator?
All time? You know, I used to love this talk show with Skip Bayless and what's the guy name?
The new one or the old one?
The old one.
You had Skip Bayless and
Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A.
I should love that one.
And did they split up?
They split up.
Yeah, they split up, right? Oh, Skip went to with Shannon Sharp. Right?
Yeah, so I just love. That's my favorite one of all time. And I love the show with Shaq and Charles Barkley. They so funny.
Yeah, did you see Shaq eat that a couple years ago when he ate that flaming chip?
Yes.
You see that thing? He's like, oh, it's not so hot, and he ate it and started like crying and coughing.
Shaq's funny.
Yeah, he's a good TV personality.
Yeah.
It literally is bigger in life. I don't know if you've been in my office yet.
I've seen the shoe.
You seen the shoe? It's
Huge.
signed by him, bro.
Bigger than my whole leg.
Yeah, it's massive, man.
It's huge.
Okay, so one thing I want to talk to you about is anytime I interview successful people, sports, business, everything, I always want to talk to you about, do they have a morning routine? Do they have an evening routine? And it's amazing because some people that are successful have no morning routine. It's like, I just wake up and go. And the other ones have highly detailed, to-the-minute morning routines. What do you have?
Oh, yeah, I have a routine in the morning.
You got a routine in the morning?
Yeah, you wake up in the morning.
You know, what time do you wake up?
So usually, now I'm waking up around 6. I'm trying to get more rest now because I go to bed late.
Yeah.
But usually before I wake up around 5.
Yeah.
So I get to the gym maybe like 5:45. So 5:45 I get to weight training between 5:45 to 6:30. No, not 5:45 to 6:30. I mean 5:45 to 7:30.
5:45 to 7:30.
I lift
weight
weights.
Training.
Then I go back home and eat breakfast.
Wait. 5:45 to 7:30.
7:30.
What is that? 6:45 hour, about an hour 45.
Yeah, it takes because weight training the first 30 minutes you got to warm up, and then you get into your workout.
My God, my whole workout is 30 minutes. Your warm up is 30 minutes?
Yeah, you have to warm up.
What the shit?
When you lift weights, you gotta have the muscles warm, or you can hurt yourself.
Well, it's funny because I actually like going into this because there's so many people that go to the gym now, right? Not just regular people, right? And literally, obviously, for a lot of people, if they went to the gym 45 minutes a day, it's actually a pretty good gym day for them.
Even 30 minutes a day.
Yeah, and your first workout is an hour 45.
Hour 45.
And the first 30 minutes is just to warm up.
Warm up.
Give us an idea. I'm just trying to get to like a caliber of player way up here, NFL. What like warm up? Give us some ideas. What does that mean, warm up? What are you doing during warm up?
So so I go 2 different ways. I can say the way now, or I can say the way from last year. Now,
whichever one's intense.
The intense one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So let me go last year. So 10 minutes on a bicycle.
Okay.
Then you gotta do 350 abs.
350 what?
350 abs.
What's that?
Oh, sit-ups.
Shut up.
So different type of sit-ups. So you're doing like crutches, you got another bar, you got knee-ups, and then we finish that, you go Stairmaster for 10 minutes.
Okay, you do 350 sit-ups as a warm-up.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do 350 sit-ups in a year.
No, but it's no joke though.
You do 350 sit-ups as a warm-up.
Yeah,
get going. Get the blood flowing.
Yeah.
All right. And then 10 minutes of what?
And then you do like maybe not 10 minutes. I do like 3 minutes on the Stairmaster.
Okay.
Because now my trainer's like, Mack, it's time to go. So now you go from this thing called a run rocket. Run rocket is like it's a machine with 2 wheels, and there's a cord that goes around your waist.
Okay.
But it pulls you back. It's like resistance.
Okay.
You do 15 of those, and you superset that with a speed treadmill. It's called a runway. It's like a U curve. You do 12 of those.
They have this in the gym?
In the gym.
It's like a U inside the gym.
A U. So it's like you, and you run on it. You work on your knee drive. You work on like your turnover. So you do all that in like 35, 40 minutes. So you got to go nonstop.
Yeah.
So by the time you get to your weights,
and the machine is pulling you back as you try to do it.
Machine pulling you back.
Yeah.
Yep. Two different running machines.
And how long are you doing that for?
You got to go fast. You got to do all your sets in 35 to 40 minutes.
35 to 40 minutes, you're doing all those.
Everything.
Yeah.
So abs, you got to. So abs, you don't really time the abs. You just get your abs done.
Yeah.
So you'll start timing until you get to the Stairmaster and the Woodway and the Run Rocket. But by the time you get to your waist, your body, you got to change your shirt, put a new shirt on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you do after the running?
You start lifting.
Now you start lifting.
Lifting's crazy.
Yeah. What give me your top 5 you lift. Deadlift, squats. What do you do?
We superset squats.
Squats.
We do squat. We do.
Do you see freaking Jalen Hurst?
Oh, he's strong, boy.
Do you see that boy squat like 600 pounds or something?
That's the thing about Alabama. Their whole team is like that.
Yeah. No, we that's what we say, man. We build legends.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
That's your team, huh?
That's my team, man. We build legends. Yeah. And what was bad was like he couldn't even make the team. We had to let him go. Because imagine what the talent is. We let Jalen Hurst go. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. He goes to Oklahoma. You think he's a freaking rock star.
Yeah, he did. Right.
Now he's a great guy, dude. Awesome. I love his testimony.
The coach you guys have, the strength position coach, he's like top 5 of all time.
Of all time, this
year. He's amazing.
Have you heard of Nick Saban?
Yeah. You know what? We couldn't beat them at all in college, man.
Well, like nobody can, bro. It's a tough thing. But so let's go to so you do squats. What else you do?
So you got squat. You superset that with like lunges.
You superset. What does that mean?
Superset means you doing another workout between that workout. So that means
you have a workout, then a workout.
So you do 12 squats and you go straight to lunges probably.
Yeah.
So 12 lunges, 12 squats, and you go back and forth.
Okay. So no breaks.
No breaks.
Yeah.
And then you leave there. You do maybe a glute machine. It's called glutes up. So you work on your backside.
Okay.
You superset that with step ups.
So again, no break.
No break.
And then straight to step ups.
And then you do like hamstring curls. You superset that with a machine it's called a horse machine.
Okay.
So you put your arms in the machine and you kick your legs back. It works your hamstring, work your glutes. That's basically saying like you're breaking tackles.
Yeah, so it's pushing you.
So after those 6 exercises, your legs are dead.
Yeah.
And you got to go finish doing power clean, hang clean, split jerk. It's all in one day.
Yeah. Well, it's just the morning so far.
Whole morning.
Yeah. So now you leave at 7:30.
Yeah, leave by 7:30.
Okay. What do you do from there?
And then I drive home, take a break, and then I go to my trainer call. His name is DJ. We do number football work. So now I'm doing like position drills, like running back drills.
Okay.
Wide receiver routes, foot control.
Okay.
So like football is how you get 80 point B is about foot placement.
Okay.
If your foot hit the ground like this, if your foot is like stable, it's like you push off the ground to get to the next part.
Okay.
A lot of guys they can be fast, but if they foot not in control, their foot like kind of tilts a little bit. That's how you roll your ankle or you miss a step. So football's all about half a second.
You guys are literally sitting there looking at your foot and
foot placement the whole time.
Foot placement.
You're making cuts on the blue pad sometimes.
Yeah, what blue pads? What does that mean?
Blue pad is like a sinking pad. It's like cushion. And when you put your foot on, you sink down.
Yeah. Does it like leave a footprint?
Footprint.
So they can look at your footprint, foot placement. Gotcha. That's crazy. Is that detailed into
It's detailed. Like I said, you got to train like you're playing a game.
Yeah. And then this is what you do in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's what I do in the morning.
Oh, you're still in the morning time.
I'm talking about last year's schedule. That's the morning time.
That's your morning time.
And then in the afternoon, I had a track coach.
A track coach.
Yeah.
So now you're in your third workout of the day.
Third workout.
That's a track coach. What are you doing there?
We a lot of crazy stuff. I applaud anybody that run track. Like my girlfriend run track. Because track is the hardest thing. So we doing like long distance.
Track's the hardest thing.
Man, track is crazy.
Really?
Because football, when you run, at least you're catching the football. Track, you're just running.
Yeah, you're just running.
Non-stop.
No end in sight.
Nah, just like when I'm running for. But so you doing a lot of, so basically this thing called a circuit. You do 20 sit-ups, you do 10 push-ups, then you do 10 lunges, then you sprint 50 meters.
Yeah.
And now after you sprint 50 meters, you do 10 squat jumps.
Yeah.
You do everything over again.
And you do it again.
And that's like the hardest work I ever.
Yeah. How long you been running like wide open like that? Like that type of, or I mean, then it changed, the workouts have changed. You've been doing that since college or high school? Stuff like that.
Since high school.
Since high school, been doing stuff like that. I'd love to, I don't know if we get the camera guys, G-Money. I don't know if you get the camera guys. I'd love to do a race outside. Yeah. Just like a foot race to see, you know what I mean? 'Cause I played adult co-ed softball. And it's pretty talented with the co-ed softball. Yeah. We don't practice or anything, but it's pretty intense.
Y'all win games?
No. But we get a trophy at the end of the year.
That's cool.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Whether win or lose, we just get a trophy. You know what I mean?
Who bought the trophy?
I did. You know what I mean? Funny question, man. What do you think about? Obviously, you grew up with high production sports, even in lower grades, right? What do you think about how they're bringing kids up now with that mentality I was just talking about, where it's like everybody gets a freaking trophy at the end of the game, no matter if you win, lose. They don't keep score sometimes. What do you think about that?
I'm kind of against the way they do things now. Because if you look at anything, like kids got to know how to lose.
Yeah.
So you look at a lot of college coaches, they more stressed out than they was 10 years ago because, like I said, egos. If a kid feel like he win all the time, he's not gonna know how to feel to lose. Yeah. You got to lose sometimes to become a winner. Even now, the way they train kids now, if you see the ACL production, the ACL rate increased for kids ages 12 to 15 down. All kids doing now, they just do nothing but football all day. If you're gonna be a great in your sport, you got to be able to cross train. Yeah. Play baseball, play basketball, run track. But now kids play football year round. Yeah. That's why you see more ACL tears, and also just more kids now, they don't know how to lose. So like when they get recruited, they want the coaches to call them 10 times. You didn't call me yesterday. This coach of Georgia called me 9 times. You called me 7, so I'm going to coach of Georgia. Yeah. That don't matter. You got to know how to. Kids got to know how to be a kid now. You got to know how to take a couple losses.
Yeah. Now I think that's what makes Ohio State great. They're good at losses. You know what I mean? I think they're still in that mode of training for it. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're going to come out of it. I don't know when, but sometime it's going to pay off for them.
You know what? For some reason they be winning the last couple of years, man. Yeah. Urban Meyer, he's just
Urban's a stud, bro.
He's a stud, man. Then Jason Day behind him, it's
amazing. Wherever he goes, he wins.
He wins.
You know what I mean, he was out in Utah, and
he was great in Utah.
Yeah,
he went from Utah to Florida, right?
To Florida, yeah, from Utah to Florida. Yeah, won there. It's amazing. You follow people, and it's like winners just win. They just find a way to freaking win wherever they're at. Whatever circumstances.
He need to have a book for sure.
They just find a way to win.
He's amazing. Like I don't think Urban Meyer's done.
Yeah, you think he's gonna come back?
I think he is.
You think he will?
I think
he likes to go win, build a program, come back in 3 years, and then do it again, and then do it again.
So at one time, there was a rumor going on that he was going to either the Redskins or Notre Dame.
Yeah, I heard of the Notre Dame one.
Yeah.
That he may end up going to Notre Dame sometime.
And I think he'll kill at Notre Dame.
He'll kill anywhere he goes.
Because he go to Notre Dame and get everybody from Georgia and Florida and goes to Notre Dame and ball.
Yeah. Who is your favorite coach, Muschamp or Urban? Can I ask you that question?
I got recruited by Urban.
Yeah.
So me and Urban built a relationship for 2 years, my 11th grade year and 12th grade year. And also we still talk to this day. Like I spoke to him last year. I spoke to him actually before Christmas. So we built a good
Stay
relationship.
in contact.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great guy, man. You got some gear here. I don't want to give it away right now because we're gonna give it away on the sports show. We go live on it. But what's the football? Show me the football. What do you got here?
So it's a game ball right here.
It's a game ball.
Yeah.
And then from where? NFL or looks like
NFL. We beat the Packers.
You were with who?
The Vikings.
You were the Vikings?
Yeah.
That's a rival, right?
Oh, that's a rival.
The Packers and
yeah, I
Vikings.
never knew it was a rivalry, like, because I was in the NFC East the whole time with the Redskins, the Cowboys, Giants, Eagles.
Yeah.
So I got to the Vikings. This rivalry with the Packers is huge.
Yeah, because the Packers and Bears rivalry, that's kind of dead. I mean, the Bears have sucked for 20+ years now. Since Dick had left, you know what I mean? I mean, come on, guys. You got to let those rivalries go sometime. Yeah. Like Alabama and Auburn, we don't even acknowledge them anymore. We're just. I
don't know. That's have some wars with them the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's good. Let me see it, man. Yeah. So this is
a game ball.
This is a game ball here. The Mack Brown. Vikings 16. You guys skunked them, man. 16-0.
Yeah, man. We was one game away from going to Super Bowl that year.
Yeah, yeah. Who's the quarterback with you this year?
Case Keenum.
Keenum was the quarterback.
It was Sam Bradford. He got hurt, and Case Keenum took over.
And then this is December 23rd, 2017, Lambeau Field. Was that a cool place to play? Lambeau Field?
Man, you know what? It was cool.
Yeah.
It was -5 degrees.
it was cold.
Yeah, it's a classic stadium though. It's like a stadium you had I got a picture all in my phone.
Yeah.
Because growing up, my favorite player was Brett Favre at first.
Okay.
So going to that stadium, see his jersey, it was definitely like, wow, this
Yeah, yeah.
I never seen nothing like this in my life.
It's a cool stadium because there's so much history there, and they showed the history.
A lot of history. But you know what? They don't renovate that stadium. The stadium still look old.
Yeah.
Like in the 40s.
Yeah. That was a good one, man. So at the Vikings, you ever before you were there, they had Peterson, Adrian Peterson, right?
Oh man.
You a fan of his?
One of my favorite backs all the time.
He's a workhorse, bro.
Yeah, I played with him 1 year. So I got hurt 2018 season with Minnesota, and I'm going back to finish that season off with the Redskins.
Okay.
And at that time, H. Peters was in the same backfield as me. So I'm over here picking his brain the whole time, like, man, I can't believe I'm next to you right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, that was my favorite back growing up.
Yeah, who did he play for in college? He was
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, right? Yeah, Oklahoma.
One of the best highlight takes you ever could go on YouTube to watch of all time, Adrian Peterson.
I know you're from Georgia. You a Herschel Walker fan?
Oh, yeah, I like Herschel.
I love watching his documentaries on ESPN. He's got some crazy good documentaries.
He still looks like he's about 25 to this day.
It's crazy, man. His
genetics
is nuts, man.
It's real crazy.
Now he's like trying to fight in the UFC at like 50-something years old.
It's a whole different ball game.
He's nuts. You gonna go to the UFC?
Oh no, I'll never do that. my dad actually was a professional boxer.
Was he really? Mm-hmm. But you didn't go to the boxing route.
And I trained boxing since I was 5.
You got the pretty face.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's pretty, dude. You can't go to the UFC with that thing. That's your money maker, dude.
I see a lot of guys in MMA and boxing. They got their ears.
Yeah.
I guess when they get hit in the ear, it explodes. I'm like, I can't do that.
Cauliflower.
Yeah, cauliflower.
Yeah. You don't want that, dude.
Nah, I don't want that.
Your side profile would be just devastated. Your Instagram would just collapse if you had the cauliflower ear.
It will.
I'm joking, man. I want to tell you about Money Is.
Okay.
And I've known you for several years now and followed you in real estate. And I always ask everybody what money means to them, right? And I think you got a big picture, and I love following you because you got big pictures of life, goals, dreams. And so I got our sign here. Money Is. I got you in the. I didn't want you to put you, but I put you in the Redskins because I almost went Gators because I love.
Oh yeah.
I love it, but I put you in the Redskins. And this is you. I think you're actually at a game. That's like from the sidelines, if I'm not mistaken.
Chicago Bears game.
The Chicago Bears game? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you remember if you won, lost right there?
We won that game.
Of course you did. It was the Bears. How couldn't you win the game? You know what I mean? And but what don't you do? I want you to, whatever it is, 1 word, 2 words, whatever it is, sentence, put it here, sign it here, and then I want to talk to you about what it means to you, what money means to you. Let me get the Sharpie here for you.
Let me sign it right here?
Yeah, underneath it.
Okay.
So, you fill the blank in first, and then we'll sign it. All right, here we go. See that one. Mack Brown answer is money is opportunity. And sign it right there. Is that number 34? Mm-hmm. Is that jersey or a different one? Is that one right there?
So I do different numbers for wherever board you had.
Wherever board I had, you had all your numbers
lined up? Yeah, I do 33.
Yeah,
so I stayed in 30s.
Money is opportunity, Mack Brown. All right, let's talk about it. Why does it mean opportunity to you?
For me, it means opportunity because the more money you make, the more just you have, the more you can give to others. So you can create jobs.
Yeah.
Just like far as if you make more money in real estate, you make more money as far as feeding kids. So you be able to do more for your foundation. So I feel like it's more opportunity for whatever you choose to do in life.
More money you make, the more opportunity you have. Yeah, I love it, man. I love. We're doing the feeding center down in Honduras, like what you got going on. It's amazing how much money can change someone's life.
Yeah.
Like, you know, until you see it, like you talk about, you go to schools and they haven't eaten breakfast or dinner. Like that's their only meal. Is that right there? And it's amazing how much money can change and create opportunity for others in life.
It's big, yeah. Because just a couple years ago when we did, actually seen it on my Instagram.
Yeah.
I was at school speaking, and the main thing when kids started like crying, I asked the kids like, "Have y'all ate?" We just going in detail, just speaking to them, and maybe 10 kids out of 15 in the classroom was like, "I didn't eat last night. My first meal since yesterday school is gonna be the next hour when I had school lunch."
At lunch.
And when I heard that, I called my agent immediately. I was like, "Listen, man, fly down here. You live in California. So fly down here next week. We're gonna feed the kids."
Yeah.
I said, I don't have enough income right now to feed kids every day, but I want to at least do one event that could change their minds for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Because like the opportunity of showing kids like, I am gonna come back and I'm gonna help you guys, you know, give you guys a dream. That's gonna make kids go even harder in the classroom.
Yeah.
Because the main thing you tell kids all the time, do your work, you know, keep God first, keep your parents first, you know, honor adults, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It goes in one ear out the other sometimes. Because if they hungry, they're not listening to none of that.
Yeah.
So when I speak to those kids, I say, no, I'll be back next week. And when I did a big pizza giveaway, I did it like for the whole week that week. And after I did it, more kids was in touch. After they ate, they was able to give me more feedback when I spoke to them.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, kids can't do homework and classwork if they're hungry.
Yeah.
So that was my main thing. Just when I fed the kids that day, that changed my whole life and everything.
Money is opportunity.
Yeah.
You mentioned religion one more time, and I know you got a favorite verse.
Yeah.
What's your favorite verse?
My favorite verse is Psalms 91.
Psalms 91.
Old
Testament.
Yeah, because like, you know, in life, you know, all this going on in the world with COVID and the violence of everything is, you know, God keep you protected. So Psalms 91 main thing is people can fall at your left side, people can fall at your right side, but you have protection on you, so you stay safe. So you won't be worried about when you go out the house the day you drive in the car. You won't worry about an accident. If you do get an accident, God keep a bubble around you to keep you protected. You make it back home. So
Psalms 91.
Psalms 91
is about protection.
Protection.
Hedge of protection.
Hedge of protection, right?
And that's your verse right there.
Yeah.
I want to do one last thing here. I want to kind of give you the floor here and let you talk for a second here. What do you kind of Mack Brown's words of wisdom? And what do you want the viewers watching you right now? What do you want them to take away from the interview that you had with him here? What's the main takeaway for you?
So right now, I'm building my brand. It's called Memory. It's like a clothing brand. But the clothing brand is telling the story. It's not like a regular brand. So for instance, like I got a turtle collection that's coming out. It's called Patience. So it's blue and orange. Because in Florida, you know, when I changed coach, I didn't play that much. Okay. So the way I did it was like, you know, the turtle versus the hare race. It don't matter how slow you are, you still get to that finish line. Yeah. So my main thing in college was like, I didn't play in college, but I still made it in the NFL. So I want people to know is when they buy the brand or see the brand, it tells a story. So the reason why I named it Memory is because the quote behind Memory is have a thought, save a memory. Because every day we have 1,000 thoughts. We want to keep certain memories in our mind. Yeah. So that's why the brand is, it's not like I'm a fashion guy, but main thing is I want to tell a story with clothes. And also right now, whatever somebody chooses to do, never give up. You know, always be 2 feet in. No matter if you had triumph throughout the battle, always be 2 feet in because you never know your miracle or your breakthrough is right around the corner. Yeah. So
I like that, man. You said it a couple of times. I love that 2 feet in. I think it's so true in life and business, relationships, religion. It's all about getting 2 feet in and go all the way into it, man. And I see that all throughout your life, your career, real estate. You always jump in 2 feet, man. It fully represents you as a person, as a brand, as a football player. I absolutely love it. I know we got some more interviews with you. We're going to give some stuff away on AC Sports. We're going to go live, do some cool stuff with you there as well. But, man, I've absolutely enjoyed having the show. Thank you. And you got a lot of good insight, man. A lot of powerful information there. For those that are watching, you guys leave comments, and me and Mack will respond back to you guys on your comments right there. And, again, if you want to follow his foundation or donate to it, your foundation website is Foundation.org.
Yes, sir.
.org, and then your brand and your real estate website is Memory Realty, and the Memories with 2 I's, Realty.com. You guys follow him there. Until next week, we'll see you again on the Money Is Show.